So, I just watched a video called Don't Judge Challenge, where people basically go like this, and then they're so much hotter, oh my god. And I'm just interested what other people think about this. I kind of a part of me is proud of the fact that humanity has gotten to a point where its aesthetic beauty has achieved really, I mean, it's more common now today, I believe, than it was in 1920 for people to be as attractive as they are. I think a part of it is the fact that we're more aware of what makes aesthetic beauty possible, but at the same time I think it's also symptomatic of the fact that we're so much more obsessed with the superficial qualities of beauty that we go out of the way to emphasize it by exposing how ugly we could be. And on the other side, again, it's important to recognize that we have gotten to a point where we understand how we can improve aesthetically so that we look more attractive. And at the same time, there are people out there who have no clue how to go about doing this. And if they were to, improve their aesthetic, they would be that much more attractive. But I guess maybe to some people it's not an issue. I mean, frankly, for me, it really isn't an issue. I don't really care what I look like as much. I mean, I do take pride in my appearance and everything. I try not to look like a fucking bum or an ugly person or whatever. I don't know. But at the same time, it's not something that's of vital importance to me. If I lost my appearance, or if I started to, I mean, frankly, I've already started to lose that. I have a receding hairline, and I'm 26 years old. I try to take care of my body physically in terms of working out and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm not a bodybuilder or anything like that. It's one of those things. I've focused on my mind rather than on my body to a certain degree. I mean, I try to keep balance in that, as in anything. But it's just interesting how our sort of expression of this kind of aesthetic and of the quality of beauty. I mean, on one end of the spectrum, the idea is that people are basically just showing that anybody can be ugly at a certain point. You know what I mean? It's like a person could be on a bad day. You know what I mean? Don't judge me, kind of thing. And I think that's what it's basically going for. But at the same time, there's this sort of subversive, or behind the lines, between the lines, there's this kind of just narcissism, basically. And really, it's mostly shown in the fact that there is this nitpicking quality to it, because that's the real true nature of narcissism, is a sense of self-nitpicking, which takes place. And I think that's an important thing to recognize. Again, I'm not criticizing anybody who did this. I think that most of you were very attractive, even, in terms of the ones that weren't as as attractive as the others and stuff like that. And you were also very funny with it. I think everybody did a great job with what they did. But at the same time, I think that it behooves us. It's important for us to recognize, culturally speaking, that there's a lot of narcissism out there, and it may not be an issue for a lot of people. But when it becomes that accumulative effect, when everybody sort of gets together and they're all taking selfies and admiring themselves in such a way, it doesn't exactly make a healthy culture. It doesn't make the future any better. I mean, I even saw a child that was about 4 years old or whatever that was having this kind of self-glorification and kind of modeling in front of the camera and everything. And I mean, that kind of disturbed me. That disturbed me a little bit. It's one of those things, like, children they're naturally narcissistic enough. You don't have to help them to be more narcissistic and to have that be something that's normal for them as they grow up. because at a certain point they're not going to have an understanding of anybody else, really, and it's not going to grow compassion in them, and it's not going to make a better society overall. So, I mean, take it for what it is. Obviously, I think a lot of people are not going to take this seriously just because of the fact that they don't take life seriously, and they'd rather focus on themselves. And then other people are going to be maybe intrigued by what I have to say, but those are going to be the very select few who actually give a damn. Either way, I appreciate you watching this, and love and appreciation. Peace.